All right, it's time for our interesting stories chat with Richard Southern, and we start with a rather stomach-churning question. We don't like to think about it, but what's the most germ-ridden surface in your kitchen?
Scientists, they took the swabs out. They just did a new study. Any guesses, Erica, the most disgusting germ-covered area of the kitchen?
Area of the kitchen? I was just thinking that, I guess,
item
the
or
sponge that you clean your dishes with.
Sponge is right up there, but believe it or not, it's your spice jars, Erica, that are covered with all sorts of gross stuff.
Yeah.
48% of spice jars had, nasty bacteria on it. And the thinking is you got your raw meat out and you're seasoning it and you're grabbing the meat and you're grabbing the spice jars. And that's kind of how it happens. They advise you to wash your hands often when you're cooking your meat and to wipe down the spice jars too. Prior studies, though, Erica, have looked at your house on a whole and looked at like the most germ-covered things and kind of topping the list for your house on a whole. Toothbrush holder, if you have one of those, pet bowls, which I know you have, Erica,
I do, yeah.
and cell phones. And this is why I never want to hold anyone else's cell phone, because I'm always thinking this is covered in germs.
You got to think that not a lot of people are wiping down their cell phones regularly. But I am paranoid in the kitchen when I cook. I always wash my hands after every little, thing that I do. It's kind of, I guess it's a good practice.
Now with COVID, too, I'm always thinking about this stuff. So it's like there's Lysol everywhere around here, Erica.
Everywhere. Okay, every once in a while you hear about an idea that's destined to lead to disaster. This next story fits that bill.
This is the city of Philadelphia. They're thinking ahead to summer when, weather's nicer and there's not tons of snow around like there is right now. And they're looking to hire lifeguards for the city pools, Erica. They're having trouble finding them, though. So they have removed a critical, you would think, job requirement. Philadelphia is recruiting lifeguards who can't swim. They say you don't have to swim.
Okay.
I know.
That's kind of, that's the whole point of being a lifeguard.
That's kind of the point.
Yeah.
City of Philadelphia says they will provide free swimming lessons to those serious about wanting to work as a lifeguard this summer. The pay starts at $16 per hour. It's great they got a lot of brotherly love there, Erica, but I would expect the lifeguards to at least be able to do a simple dog paddle.
I guess if you get free swimming lessons, that's a good thing. But there's more to it also than that. You got to be strong. You got to be able to, hold your breath for a long period.
It seems like a fun job, though, because a lot of the time you're just sort of hanging out and enjoying the sun and everything.
It's true. Yeah. Okay. Finally, museums are going through a bit of a rebranding process, and a word we often hear is being phased out.
Mummy. When you go and you look at the ancient Egyptian remains, the mummies, they're saying that's not so cool anymore. A lot of museums are moving away from that word, and they're using terms like mummified remains instead. And this is to highlight the fact that, even though it's thousands of years old, we are talking here about a deceased individual. And the museums say they want to emphasize the fact that, these things were once still living, even though they have been mummified for a long time. And I guess, the woke police might be out for this, Erica, but it's kind of important to remember as well. I wonder if anyone's let Brendan Fraser know about this.
Brendan Fraser, by the way, doing really well because he was nominated for an Oscar for his work.
Just like the mummy, his career is coming back to life, Erica.
And on that note, thank you, Richard. We'll see you tomorrow.
Enjoy Snowmageddon. We'll see you tomorrow.